Isaac, for 14 years old, out of Berkeley High School. Please make some noise for Jonny Chan.
Next stop, Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn. I missed that familiar announcer voice, the familiar stop. So much that I could walk blindfolded off of the train knowing there was marked in tag graffiti on the tiled walls and 2 cemented staircases leading from the tracks into my neighborhood, Brooklyn. Compressed with a countless nation of brick apartments in one school, PS 282, home to my kindergarten classroom and my tender teacher, Miss Perez Leonetti, home to my best friends, Damien and David. A slender black kid with a pair of bilge brown eyes and a bulky Puerto Rican boy with a pure New York accent. They were part of my block. An integrated family with shared styles and cultures as if we shared blood. I grew up with them. Block parties blocking off cars from passage with food on tables and chalked childlike murals of countryside meadows and white daisies on our concrete street. Hopscotch drawings depicted on our crevice pavement for every kid living on St. John's Place, our block. And my young feet were sore, maybe even bleeding from jocular hops with our ongoing hopscotch games, but still marked with the love, Brooklyn. My mom used to say I loved the trains, that I would vocalize the melodic subway train wired sound while I turned and scampered, leaving my naked baby toes on the floor. I memorized the loops and angles and routes of the New York subway map, just a 4-year-old, with electric metal tracks like its small bones and echoing screeches like its beating heart. Next stop, Museum of Natural History, Manhattan. I used to love the T-Rex in the lobby. It was my favorite arrangement of artwork in the whole museum. Fake flesh of statues hid behind compact glass mirrors. I poked with interest. This museum was memorable. Memories instilled in my heart, locked, but maybe now incarcerated. I'm trying to find this place again, trying to unlock this from our heart's jail embrace. The visual of T-Rex's lovely bones again from my inner gates unlock the images of the designed dinosaurs on the platform's edge. A little boy engaged to these once blueprints, they blossomed to amazing constructions, pieces, and works of art. Next stop, Borough Hall, Brooklyn, home to the beloved Transit Museum. Distilled trains that were antiques carved into simulated underground cars that I ran through with pleasure. Slick slide seats I could sit on eternally but now forgotten. This museum holds my ashen footprints on its waiting floors, and there was only one day I'd like to take back from my New York life. 9/11. 2 twins now hidden beneath deep New York concrete. We stepped on dead bodies that fell from towering floors, and every time I see a train, it hurts to see oncoming lights and dark tunnels that are just copycats of the original. And that day, when ash tsunamis drowned our skyscraper state, I could only think of the worst. See, Berkeley is much different from Brooklyn. I've lived here more than I have in New York, and I'm still afraid of escaping my front door. My young hands were pleading at my mom and dad's feet, let's go back to New York, where we can have a better life. Plant snow angels during Brooklyn winters and throw block parties and take the subway all around town to our familiar spots that cry gigantic tears the eve of our departure to California. And at age 14, it's been nine years since I've stepped foot on my original home. And I'm settled in this Berkeley 2-story house now, but Brooklyn, I'm coming back for you. I hear the pitter-patter of basketball bounces echoing off your brick confines calling for me. But it will take a little while, so sit with patience. I look down a chalked, pitch-black tunnel awaiting the underground wind that will carry my family back to our once home. And I spot a bright pair of lights getting closer and closer. I look up to my mom as she waves my hair back gently with her hand. She looks down at me and smiles. The train's coming.
In the house. Do we have any parents in the building? I know you was talking about his mom and his dad. They're right there. Are there any parents in the house? Yeah!
Can we give it up for DJ Funkmore real quick? And thank you, Jonny, for coming painting my new home. I will say hi to Brooklyn for you. We're going to drop a low score of a 9.3. 9.4, a 9.5, a 9.8, and a 9.9. Yeah. All right, last point of the first round.